Hello, everyone. We are working through statistical methods for rates and proportions, chapter 6, section 6.1, some hypothetical data. We're going to recreate table 6.1 of the book by setting up two variables of maternal age and birth weight. And when we do this, we end up having some patients with level A, some people and not A, and then birth weight high and low for B and B complement. So we can look at the table of the birth weights and we see that we've created the cells that you can see in 6.1, and we can use the prop.table command in order to get the joint proportions. So we have 5% of people being in A and B, whereas 68% of the people are not in A and not in B. Similarly, we could just look at the table of maternal age to get the marginals of 50 and 150, and the table for birth weight, 25 and 175. We can get the marginal proportions of each, right? So 25% of our patients are in A and 75% are not in A. And if we look at B, which is the offspring weighing 2,500 grams or less, we get that that's 0.12, and the complement is 0.88. Now, if we wanted to, we could do a chi-square test for the association between maternal age and birth weight. So if we do the chi-square test, we get a chi-square value of 2.5752 and a p-value of 0.1085. Now, if we want, we could pick off objects from the chi-square test. One thing we could look at is just the statistic itself. It's a 2.58. We could pick off the p-value, 0.1085. We could look at the observed counts within the table, which was what we created before. And we could also get the expected counts. So what we expect to see given the marginals that we have. So we observed 10 in A and B. And if everything was independent, we would expect to see a value of 6.25. So we observed more than we expected if things were independent. Similarly, 43.75 is the expected count of being in A and not in B. 18.75 is the expected count for not being in A and being in B. And 131.25 is the expected count of not A and not B. So one really good thing to see is that by picking off different objects, you can use them for reports, or you can round if you wanted to clean up a presentation. And so you don't have to have longer digits than what you wanted. And you get a lot of flexibility by being able to pick off objects from this main chi-square test result. So I hope you learned something today. That is section 6.1.